How do I deal with it?
How do you constantly not worry about something?
So what do we call this?
So why are we born?
Is it an issue? I've seen toddlers handling a mobile and they are as easy with it as if they are playing a piano. And they don't even understand that they are going hours and hours together on it. How good or how bad is it? Is it an issue, basically?
I've seen adults doing the same thing. Yes, so I don't know why it becomes an issue if you see a toddler doing it. Essentially, we are talking about getting hooked to something.
Yeah.
So to use an earlier phrase or word, people are nowadays addicted to their cell phones. So, as a human being, we are looking for something to engage us. And the mobile is the best option. It is very handy. I can hold it in one hand. Children will require two hands. And it has all the facilities. It has games, it has dance, it has music, it has news, it has work possibility. I can write documents there, I can write my Excel sheet there, I can create slides there. So yes, children get addicted faster, and then there is a health hazard. And we as adults, because we are engaged in our activity, we are happy that the child is engaged in some activity and the child is not troubling us. Yeah. So for us, we look at it as an escape route. Rota nahi hai na, khush hai na, theek hai, khelne do. So we look at it as an escape route for our own selfish interest.
So how do we win the kids, let alone kids, the adults out of it?
That is a more relevant question. How do we take the adults away from whatever addictions they are into? So it's a subject of discipline. Basically, the whole universe operates in some order. And whenever you say there is orderliness anywhere, so there are set patterns which need to be followed. Today in our lives, including us adults, we don't have patterns. We have disrupted patterns. I do whatever I feel like doing whenever I want to do. Now, if this is the pattern which a child is observing in his adults, how do you expect to discipline a child into a set order? We don't have fixed eating times. We don't have fixed sleeping times. We don't have fixed study times. We don't have fixed, and now with this online thing, anything and everything can be done. I see my father working from home late into the night. I see that same father waking up very late in the morning. How can I preach discipline to a child who is seeing in experience a totally indisciplined world? So, though your question is valid, the answer seems difficult in the current state of affairs. You want to discipline the child, you want to make your child a more organized individual, but the society today is not organized. There is a lot of disorganization all over. Unless you make a conscious effort to organize your small setup of your own family, your child will not have the influence of organization. And that doesn't complete the story, because you may be very disciplined in your family, but the child goes out and associates with friends who are not organized because their family setup is not organized. And then your child has a question mark. Why are my parents strict? My friend has a lot of freedom. Yeah. So then you are creating another evil in your upbringing. So, as of now, I don't have an answer to how do we wean the children. The problem that we are facing today is, do we want discipline in our lives? And for me, the answer is no, we don't want discipline. The way people are behaving, I am seeing that we are not very passionate about disciplined, orderly behavior or lifestyles. Today you have got food on the street. And I distinctly remember our elders telling us, "Raste ka khana mat khao."
Right.
But today we encourage street food. There is Swiggies and Zomatos coming into your house, bringing in street food.
Right.
So, I have got nothing against these commercial establishments, but what values are you inculcating in the generations? It's up to us. We have allowed these things to happen, and yet we are complaining why this is happening.
Right.
So either our complaints are just kitty party talk, we are not serious about our complaints, or we are serious about our complaints, but we are not doing anything about it.
So we have to live with it.
What else? What other answer do you have? You have to live with it. I wish I had a more definite answer to it. I don't. As of now, I don't have an answer. There are very few organizations, institutions which follow some of the traditional teachings of India. People teach you yoga. Yoga is discipline, basically. It's a disciplined approach to discovery of your life. A very few handful. Even the yoga that is being taught worldwide is a distorted version of the original. But there is some hope that if you go into such ancient practices which are very orderly and disciplined, there might be a revival, there might be what you said, recycling of what we traditionally learned. So, the best we can do is to hope for things to turn for the better. And if you again believe in the universal law of night and day, things will turn for the better.
For any kind of addiction, discipline is the
Discipline against addiction. Even addiction is a discipline.
Yeah, discipline against addiction seems to be the probable solution.